Happy Thursday. Today I want to talk to you about an oil that used to be in the premium starter kit and is now limited to 1 5 ml bottle a month, just like RC, the other oil that I talked about last week. And this oil is Purification. I actually have a very rare large bottle of Purification, and I order a small bottle every month. And so this is an oil that you want to put on your essential reward order every month if you possibly can, just in case it might go out of stock. So what is in Purification? Why is it an oil that I want to make sure that I have plenty of it on hand? Let me tell you which oils are in it, and it'll give you some ideas. There are some things that I can't say in order to stay compliant, but the very first oil listed in Purification is citronella. Do you know what citronella is for? Why do you put those citronella plants out on your patio? This oil is really, really good for the same thing that the citronella plants are good for. So that's the very first oil, citronella, and that's what gives it that uplifting, kind of refreshing scent. The second oil that's listed is lemongrass, which is also super duper refreshing, cleansing. You know, that's the name Purification. Lemongrass smells really, really good. And the next oil that's mentioned is rosemary, and it doesn't have an overpowering herbaceous smell like some of the, like basil and thyme and marjoram, some of those Italian herbs. You open them up and you go like, oh, pizza. So this doesn't. It definitely has the overtone, the citrusy overtones. And the next oil that's listed is Melaleuca alternifolia, which is more commonly known as tea tree oil, which also has super duper cleansing properties. And the next to the last, the penultimate one, is lavandin, not lavender, but lavandin, which is really purifying, cleansing, and may help with cell regeneration. And the last oil listed is myrtle, one of the Bible oils. And myrtle, if you haven't smelled it, it's I like to put it on my throat, you know, to keep, like, singers use it a lot before they go out and perform. So myrtle is a really good cleansing oil as well. So all of those combined make Purification. Notice I'm just keeping the lid off because it's making my house smell good, which is the main thing I use it for. I use it in the diffuser to kill nasty cooking odors. You know, if you've been cooking, I don't know, sometimes I like to make like salmon croquettes. If you've been cooking fish or something with a lot of onion in it, you need to get some Purification going in the diffuser, and boom, it's gone. My favorite story about Purification is when my son was an Eagle Scout, and he went to Philmont, which is the big ranch in New Mexico, and they were out in the wilderness backpacking for I think it was 10 days. Anyway, he came back with this backpack, and I opened it up, and it was just the most horrible, god-awful smell I've ever smelled in my life. And I washed it with my Thieves laundry soap, which usually takes care of everything, but I washed it like twice, and it still wasn't even touching it. So I pulled out the Purification, and I put one drop in to the Thieves and put it in there, and that took it out. It's also the only thing that I know that eliminates cigarette smoke smell. So I travel with this one a lot. I mean, if especially in Europe, you know, smoking is still pretty common in other parts of the world. So I'll carry my Purification if I need to use it in my hotel room. All of us Caigs have smelly feet, so I like to use it in my shoes. You can make like a little foot powder out of it. My dad, when he died, his box of papers that I had to get into to get all of his legal stuff, my dad was a heavy smoker, and that smelled awful. I put a drop on a cotton ball, closed it up in there overnight. It was gone. Poof. It's like magic. It is absolutely magic. The other thing I use it for, these are dryer balls. You're like, really? What are those? I put just a drop of Purification on each dryer ball. I have 4 of these organic wool from little New Zealand sheep. And this is what I use instead of those toxic dryer sheets. I put like just a drop of Purification on my dryer balls, and that takes care of keeping my laundry fresh smelling and clean smelling. So I highly, highly recommend Purification on your next Essential Rewards order. And that's my spiel for this Thursday. I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you next week with another recommendation. Bye-bye.